How's it going, people? The new Primal AR just dropped. So for today's video, we're going to take a look at it. You'll be able to get it from the event store for 600 gold. And we did get the epic version of it. And here are the perks that originally came with ours. And there's the 6th perk we got when we increased the rarity. And the description that came with it said, high capacity wild-firing rifle. While this weapon is held, wildlife will not attack unless provoked. I should probably note that if you do attack wildlife with this weapon, all wildlife of that type will attack you for the remainder of the mission. That is a bug and they are going to fix it. And just like with other primal weapons, the only element you can choose is nature, but they do plan on making changes to the elements on primal weapons. And here are all of the possible perks that you can put on it. I do believe this 6th perk is still bugged. We'll be sure to test it out during the gameplay. But these are the perks that came with mine. But the perks we're going to use are crit damage ×2, headshot damage, damage to miss monsters and bosses, and we kept the same 6th perk. And the reason we chose to use these perks is because for our loadout, we're going to be using Sledgehammer as our commander with the Totally Rockin' Out Team perk. Speaking of which, Sledgehammer is currently available in the event store. Would highly recommend that you get them. Also, when it comes to Totally Rockin' Out, according to Trello, it's going to be fixed in the next game update, which is this Friday. The description on that says we're aware of an issue that may prevent TRO from applying correctly. Also, I do expect changes to be made to the amount of Battle Pass XP you can earn in Save the World this Friday as well. Also, the new BR season starts on Friday as well. I do plan on streaming the new season on Twitch, but I think we may stream the new Battle Pass on YouTube as soon as the update comes out. So if you want to check out the Battle Pass, be sure to tune in. Also, don't forget to use creator code A1 before you get the Battle Pass. And shout out to everybody who does use the creator code. I appreciate you. Got a little sidetrack there. Anyways, for our support team, we're going to use Main Stage Quinn, Breakbeat Wildcat, Rescue Trooper Ramirez, Swamp Knight, and Jones Seabot. And we'll most likely use Survivalist Jonesy instead of Jones Seabot during the mission. But while we test it out, this is the loadout we're going to use. And the mission we're going to do is just fight the Category 3 Storm, and Cookies is going to be helping us out. Before we test the damage, I do want to see what it looks like. And one thing I noticed is that it sounds really bad. It almost sounds like the weapon's about to break. I'm not sure if it's meant to sound that way, but that's the first thing I noticed when I shot it. We also have 30 rounds total in the magazine, and it uses medium ammo. Unlike other primal weapons, this one only shoots 1 bullet per shot. The reload's actually not too bad. I'd say it's about average when it comes to ARs. But the fire rate is definitely slower compared to other ARs. And the stats say that the range is about average as well. But it definitely felt like the accuracy and the damage dropped a lot, like after about 2 or 3 tiles. So just like with the Primal SMG, I would recommend not getting too far from the enemy if you want to deal the most damage possible. But yeah, the range, the reload speed, all of that's pretty much average. But 1.7 million, that's definitely a lot compared to other ARs. Also like the fact that we were able to deal that much damage, even though it uses medium ammo. So overall, I would say it's a pretty good AR. The only drawback is that it has a bad fire rate and it's limited to the nature element. So it's only going to be good against physical and water enemies. But like I said earlier, they do plan on making some changes to the elements on primal weapons. I also want to test it out against power level 140 miss monsters. And first we're going to start off with this taker. And we were able to, was that 1.6 million? I think we just did 1.6 million with an AR. So yeah, you will be able to one-shot the taker. And we were able to one-shot the blaster as well. Oh yeah, we definitely dealt over 1 million damage that time. I think we did 1.3 million. And I also want to try it out against the Smasher. And this time we did 1.7 million. And it took us about 6 or 7 shots to kill him. And I also want to try it out against this power level 160 Smasher. And this time we did 1.8 million, which is the most damage we've done with it up to this point. And it took us about 7 or 8 shots to kill him. So that's what the new Primal AR looks like against miss monsters. I also want to see if it'll cause propane tanks to explode. And it looks like it does. I also want to try it against the shielder. And it doesn't shoot through the shield or shield either. Anyways, go ahead and start it.
Commander.
And we do have, oh, Defender. Oh, get out of there, Defender. It looks like we did get water enemies, so that's good. So yeah, when it comes to the new Primal AR, there's a lot of things I like about it. There's also a couple things I don't like about it. One of them being the way it sounds. That just sounds so bad to me.
Agreed.
It literally sounds like it's about to break or something. The fire rate's also really slow. Reload speed's about average. But it also felt like the accuracy either got really bad or the range is just really bad, like after a certain distance. So those are a few of the things I didn't like about it. But man, the damage it deals, people, it's really good. So when it comes to ARs, there's actually quite a few that deal a lot of damage per shot. I know the Grunt is one of them. The Floor Flusher was another one that dealt a lot of damage per shot. But I don't think we did 1.8 million with either of those. But yeah, if I had to compare it to just one other AR, I would say it sort of reminds me of the Floor Flusher. But yeah, like I said, we've never done 1.8 million damage before. Or at least I don't recall ever doing it. I would definitely recommend getting it for a few reasons. For one, this is the first time it's ever been available, and you can't research it from the collection book yet. Another reason I would recommend getting this because they do plan on making some changes to the element. So they could potentially, oh, we just did 1.2 million there. They could potentially add all the elements to it. We don't know yet. But since we don't know, I would recommend getting it just in case they do. And look, our traps are dealing nature damage. Yeah, I think that 6 perk is still bugged. Let's see if we can deal some damage with our wall darts.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, our tire traps dealt nature damage right there. So yeah, I think the 6 perk on this is still bugged. Let's see if we get some trap damage over here. Yep, we're getting nature damage over here as well. To the ones that have at least 85% health.
Oh shoot. I don't want to fall.
So yeah, I believe that is still bugged, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, nature damage right there.
There's a lot over here.
And that's probably one of the main reasons I really like the Primal weapons right now. It's because they deal a lot of damage per shot. And the 6 perk is kind of bugged on them at the moment. When it comes to the Primal weapons, we've officially tried them all. I'll leave a link to the other reviews for the other Primal weapons in the description if you want to go check those out.
Smash everyone.
Yep, I see him. I'm going to use Subwoofer for this.
Oh, he's coming, he's coming, he's cooking.
But yeah, when it comes to Primal weapons, I really like the AR, I like the SMG, and I like the pistol. The only one I didn't really like was the shotgun.
Yeah, me neither. The shotgun was, eh.
But in terms of damage, I feel like those 3 are really good. And they can pretty much compete with all of the high damage weapons in their classes. But just like with black metal weapons, they do each have like their own drawbacks. The range for the SMG, slow fire rate for the AR. And the range kind of felt bad on this one as well. I just ran out of ammo. But yeah, I feel like they performed a little bit better than I expected them to. So that's sort of my final thoughts on the Primal weapons. I did hear that there's a chance we could get the Primal bow, which would be the same one that was in BR, Mini Boss is out. I'm not sure if we will, but it sort of acts like a stink bow or a stink bomb, stink grenade. He is smoke screen, but we're gonna keep shooting anyway. He's about to break this floor. Yep. That's sort of unfortunate when it comes to mini boss modifiers, because with smoke screen you're supposed to use melee weapons.
Oh, okay.
He has building blocker too, so yeah, we can't build right there at the moment. I may have to use my minigun on him. Let's use another subway.
I'm taking care of C right now.
We always get terrible mini boss modifiers. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and use my minigun because This dude is not dying, and the building blocker is like messing us up. Or you got a melee, Cookie. Use your melee. Oh,
Okay,
never mind. He's dead.
got it.
Yep, he's dead.
Okay.
Try to repair if you can.
Yep. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna try to block this area because this is like literally not working. Let me shoot.
Yeah, that was a really bad mini boss modifier. I shouldn't have tried to shoot him. I should have just went ahead and used the melee. I couldn't help myself though.
It's alright. There we go. That should have worked. No.
But as y'all saw against the 160, man, we dealt 1.8 million damage solo. I think that's C, Cookie. Go back to C.
Yep. On my way. Yep. Oh yeah, it's definitely taking damage. I got it.
You're good. We only got 10 seconds left.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for our first Primal AR gameplay. For those of you who have tried it, let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Anyways, before I go, I did want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's been using creator code A1. If you want to support the channel, be sure to use the creator code before you get the new battle pass on Friday. Speaking of which, we will stream the new battle pass on YouTube as soon as the servers are up. Also, big shout out to Cookie for joining us. Thank you, Cookie.
Welcome.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and thanks for watching.